Alrighty, YouTubers, back on the old sawmill. Here's what we did. Welded this plate back behind the pulley here to this bearing support, that 1-inch rod across there, and I got a rag covering it up. But anyway, put it through the other plate with a nut so you can adjust it. What was happening, I got the blade on it, and as you tension the blade, it would actually flex this, what's called a frame, but there's the other end of that. So that's torched up in there, or welded up in on that end. Torched the hole here, put big 1-inch all thread on it. So that takes the flex out of it, and I've got the blade where it'll track now. Tracks perfectly. Got all the blade guides, took them apart, anti-seized everything and greased it. Got those set. Then this thing is so out of whack that a minute ago when I first started, the blade here down to the bed was 2 inches higher on that side than it was on this side. And I've messed with it and messed with it and messed with it. And I've come to the conclusion that this sawmill was built to cut at an angle. I'm thinking that the Amish probably had this to make siding. When you cut siding, or roofing shakes or whatever, I think you cut them at an angle. I think this mill was designed to do that. If you look at the center line of this wheel and that wheel, and you back here and look, it's like they built it that way. I'm not sure if I can cheat it out by adjustments. I've tried these chains. I think I'm gonna take my torch and cut all this BS off of here. Maybe put an electric winch up there to raise and lower this head. Old chains are all effed up, and you know, it's just it's not the way I want to do it. So I'm not gonna fight this thing every time I go to use it. And I cut their old BS engine plate off. We'll build something a little better than that. Get it out of the way and where I could use this. But we do have some progress. Like I said, this guide is working properly. Got those set where they need to be. And the blade was off a mile. Between this bearing back here being gone, and this was 1.25 inch bearing, and it smoked and burnt the shaft. So we turned this pulley and used a flapper on a grinder to get this where the bearing would fit back on. Went down to 1.1 inch. I would have rather had the 1.25 inch, but that's the way it is. This was bent. You can see I heated it, bent it over. Same thing over there. So got that halfway straight. So just a little bit of progress. Just been at it a little bit today. Had a bunch of company, so didn't have time to stand out here all day and fool with it. Just maybe have 2 or 3 hours in it today. Got other commitments tomorrow. I don't know if I get anything done to it or not. And once I get it where it'll go up and down halfway even, I'll get the engine on it and test run it. Build an engine plate and a tensioner, and we'll test run it. Then we got to move on to something else for a little bit. I got things that are a little more important than this, but had a pretty day and had some free time, so I messed with it a little bit. I mean, this thing is just so rough, and the welds are just, when I get this thing where I think it'll function and I test run it, I'm going to shut it off, and I'm going to take it over there by the stick welder and take the grinder, and I'm going to burn in some triangulation and re-weld a bunch of this BS. I mean, it is just a mess. So it's like 2 people worked on it. So, you know, you got decent weld here, decent weld there, decent welds here and here, and then that's decent. Then you have this, you know, this, I mean, it's horrible, just one thing after another. So you got this here. I mean, what the hell? But anyway, we're gonna see if we can fix some of this, and if I would put a electric winch up there, I can cut all this one piece here can come clear off. Doesn't need to be on there. All we need is a support up there and a couple of pulleys, and hoist the dang thing up and down. It doesn't have to go up but about probably 33 inches, so doesn't have to be that. You know, I mean, the guy could probably use a boat winch, but that 22 horsepower engine's pretty heavy, so I might go get a little Harbor Freight electric winch and rig something up there. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. And next few days we'll probably have some more work on this black Ford, the F-150 Crown Vic swap. Probably do the cab mounts next and the fuel line repair, and we'll get ready to go put the engine in it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you can.